People used to call me brownie. Oh, can you smell the curry?
My dad said, what are you going to do now about it?
Priyanka set her sights on marrying an American star.
Are you dating Nick Jonas? Isn't he like 11 years old?
There's something gross about their relationship.
If the price of success is love, can you do without it?
At this point, I'd go for work.
Priyanka's love for Nick isn't real. An article labeling the Bollywood star a global scam artist.
She was just using Nick to further her career.
He took me aside and he was like, I'm not stupid, I know what you're trying to do.
No, I didn't want one country or two, I just wanted the world. I don't think I knew how to deal with all the emotions I was feeling.
Hollywood's hottest couple got a blast of icy water and a specific target, Priyanka herself.
I can't do this. I want to go back home. America took so much from me. I had to start all over again. And that broke a lot of me.
I was the only Indian girl in my school and people used to call me brownie. Oh, can you smell the curry? Whenever I used to walk past, you look at yourself and you say, what is wrong with me?
I was a kid full of fear, insecurities, didn't believe in myself at all.
That was the reason why I came back to India, because I said, I can't do this. I want to go back home.
Her family wanted to boost her confidence, so they secretly entered her into a beauty pageant.
I got a phone call. Your preliminary contest is in 4 days and this is the hotel and you'll have to come there. There are about 500 girls chosen. No makeup, bring high heels and I'll see you there. Okay, bye. I was like, Mom, they must have done like a random search. She very sheepishly came and told me, I sent those pictures and I was like, how could you send those pictures? It was so ugly. I have the lowest self-esteem in the world.
Much to her surprise, she won.
Do you have any fears in life?
Failure. I'm fearful of that. You may not be good enough. You may not live up to the expectations.
But her dad was there to pick up the pieces.
I feel we are the luckiest parents in the world to have such a child with such a pure soul and a golden heart.
My dad said, what are you going to do now about it? I don't ever want you to have a what if in your life. And I thought about that. So I went on to the next film that I got and I was excellent at my job.
Priyanka became one of Bollywood's biggest stars. But when her dad was diagnosed with cancer, her world started to fall apart.
He was in the ICU for a month and a half. That was a very stressful time and I also had to work and I'm so close to my dad. It was so difficult.
That deterioration, that broke a lot of me.
And when he passed away, she was completely heartbroken.
Losing my dad changed me in a big way. It created a space in my heart which is empty and it's always going to be. I used to be angry with him after he died. I felt abandoned.
She buried her pain within her work and faced her biggest challenge yet, going back to America.
America took so much from me that I said, get lost, I'm going back to India. I left the country because I felt as a teenager extremely small. But it also was because I was insecure. I had to start all over again. I had to introduce myself. I had to show my show reel. I had to say I'm an Indian actor after being someone who was on the top of her game.
Her hard work caught the eye of a young star.
I met at an Oscars after party. Yay! And I got down on one knee and said, where have you been all my life?
But she was busy prioritizing her career, reluctant to make time for romance.
It takes a lot of grooming yourself to become the best version of yourself. No, I didn't want one country or two, I just wanted the world.
But one night, Nick surprised her.
We were a bunch of friends and I had a meeting and I was dropping hints. I was like, no, if someone gives me reason enough to cancel it, I'll cancel it. And he just didn't pick up the hint. Finally, he took me aside and he was like, look, I'm not stupid, I know what you're trying to do. But I will never be the one who will tell you to cancel work because I know how hard you've worked to be where you are. I was just like, that's the first time someone's ever done that.
At that moment, she knew Nick was the one for her.
He's such an old soul, extremely smart, so good for me because he grounds me so much.
The thing that really connected both of us is our love for family and the importance of being connected to those that are always going to be there for you. And we found that in each other as well, which was a beautiful thing.
Article alleged Priyanka's love for Nick isn't real, labeling the Bollywood star a global scam artist.
It implied that she was just using Nick to further her career and the media attention.
She tried her hardest not to show any weakness, but the cracks started to appear. And one day on set, she couldn't hold it in anymore.
I was getting married during this movie and I missed my dad so much. I don't think I knew how to deal with all the emotions I was feeling. There was this one scene and I was crying. I just couldn't stop crying. It was very cathartic. And instead of mourning the void of the person that you've lost, you celebrate the life that was lived. And that changed me. It changed my perspective.
By coming to terms with her grief, Priyanka found her true strength and in turn found the confidence to be herself and celebrate where she came from.
Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas made international news this week with their 3-day wedding celebration, which included a Hindu celebration honoring Priyanka's culture and a Christian celebration for Nick. Priyanka wore an elegant lace dress which had her father's name stitched inside to honor his memory.
Priyanka was done letting people make her feel like she didn't belong.
I want to focus on my achievements and not on the people who want to pull me down. There is no way in the world you will be able to please everyone. Someone will always have a problem. I don't want to be called an actor. I don't want to have a label. I want to have a legacy. There is no way in the world you will be able to please everyone. Someone will always have a problem. I don't want to be called an actor. I don't want to have a label. I want to have a legacy. I want to break stereotypes. And it might be a scary path, and it might be a path that no one's taken, but at least it'll be just mine.
And when her confidence started shining, the world saw her for who she truly was.
Priyanka Chopra is one of the biggest stars in the world.
How can you be that pretty and smell that good?
You smell just as good as you look.
Most of the interviews I've done in America open with that. I love the way I've been embraced in America. There's so much warmth, love. There's just so much respect.
The fact that you don't change anything about yourself and still get the world to notice you is when you're a success story, and that's all I did.
The best thing that I have ever worn is my confidence. We can become extraordinary by just becoming the best version of ourselves.